Hello, Hannah the Suburban Witch here, and today I am unboxing the Tarot of the Vampires. To me and my channel, I'm Hana the Suburban Witch. I am a tarot reader, I am a divination expert, I help people deconstruct from the fear of the evangelical church, and I'm a witch, if it wasn't obvious from the name. You can find loads of free content here on my YouTube channel. I also host a blog on my website. I do lots of classes like learning to read the tarot, using the tarot for energy protection, candle magic, all sorts of stuff. Come and check it out. Links you know where. So this one I have been wanting to open for ages and just haven't had the time, as is usual. Life is busy. But a couple of people in the Suburban Witches Society requested this deck for their readings. We do monthly readings on a video call. And I said, I promise I'll unbox it before the next call so they can use this deck. All right. Ooh. Now we have a little bit of a different setup here today. There is a reason for that. Number one, I had some branding photos done and I set up this little scene and I thought might as well use it for a fun little video as well. But also I've had some bad luck with my two timing method with two cameras, one above, one face on, in losing that vial. And that sucked. So to counteract that, I'm going back to the one, but I'm going to film all of the close-ups of the cards separately and overlay them in post. You're welcome. This is a huge freaking deck. This is bigger than most books on my shelf. Sometimes I like a big deck box because it does sit nicely up there. Other times this is very bulky. I'm not going to throw this in my handbag and take it down to my local bar when I'm meeting a friend, right? Not going to happen. We have our magnet clasp on the side. So far, the images look really fun. This is called Codex of the Vampires. That's a fun little addition here. P.S. This is all by Charles Harrington. It smells new. It's not nice like old book smell. It's like plastic. Like, why is it such a big deck when the cards are so small? Like, I don't know what I like yet exactly, but I don't like that. Feels very unnecessary. Lots of plastic so far. Like, why do we need this in plastic if it's already so protected in there? Inside more plastic. Where's just the little band of paper? The environment. We need planet Earth to be happy. This is not making it happy. It's the little things, guys. And it comes from the top. This is less about consumers and more about publishing choices. Like the big publishers, etc. This one is published by Llewellyn. Alright. There we go. At least make this like compostable or something in my home compost. Alright folks, I have to let you know I am a little bit scared about this because I am a humongous vampire fan. Huge. I love me some vampires. Vampire fiction, everything. Except Bram Stoker's Dracula. I really despised that book. Don't come for me. So I'm concerned. First of all, deck size is actually really nice in my hand. That is a good size. Let's give it a little... That's so nice. That's fresh. That's good. All right. This feels very similar to the... what is it? Soul Cat's Tarot in terms of cardstock. Also feels similar to the Winter Seer Animal Oracle. That's kind of, it feels a little thinner, but I don't mind a thinner card. Means it's easier to hold. Alright, back of the card, we have a rose and a lily. I like that. It's like the gothic romance versus the death symbolism of the lily. Very crisp imagery. In having a quick flick through the guidebook, there's, like, it says chapter 1 in the shadow of the vampire, and it actually references some of the common pop culture vampire things, such as Bram Stoker's Dracula, Vampire Chronicles, Dark Shadows, Angel and Spike from Buffy the Vampire, Bill and Jessica from True Blood, like Twilight, Vampire Diaries, we've got lots of that. And talking about the vampire as a tormented hero. We also have the vampire as an archetype for female sexuality, queer sexuality, gender nonconformity, drug use, teenage rebellion, religion, mental illness, and fears concerning death and mortality, which I think is on the mark. I like that it's referenced in here. Chapter 2, a mercifully brief history of the tarot. Chapter 3, a deck of shadows. Chapter 4, sinking your teeth into a tarot reading. Okay, so, I mean, it's got a good little intro in there. A ritual to bless your new deck. Tarot spreads. And a grimoire of meanings, the major arcana. Alright, let's begin here. So we are now going to go through all of the cards. I'm going to spend time on each of the major arcana, and then I'm just going to flip through all the minors. Hope that's cool. If you see a picture of a card, or if you see a card that you want a close-up on, you want to see what the guidebook says on that card, simply leave me a comment and I will do a little short for you and tag you in it. I'm going to do some movie magic and put up me going through these cards whilst I look at them here in the corner of your screen. Alright, so we've got a young woman for the Fool. A young woman out for an evening stroll has a chance encounter with an intriguing stranger. What young woman's going out for an evening stroll in this environment? Card of the Innocent. The Magician. Ooh. Is that blood? Or is that like intestines? It's a stream of blood floating up from a slash on his wrist. Got it. I like that he has a phone on his table. Alright, the High Priestess. We've got a vampire priestess conjuring visions of the sun and the moon. Aside from the fact she kind of looks a little bit cross-eyed, this is a cool card. The Empress. Ooh, we have Lilith. Yes. All about that. She does have links to fertility as well. Emperor. So a couple of these, for example, like I don't really see his fangs. They're there if you look really closely, but that's looking at the big image on the guidebook. The card itself, it's going to be tricky to see. We know he's a vampire, but we can't really tell. Sometimes I kind of wish there was like a scene, more of a scene rather than a character, if that makes sense. A Hierophant, yes, yes. I must say the illustrations are really beautifully done. Ooh, the Chariot's fun. Oh, Mardi Gras vampire, yes. That is a fun card. I really like that one. That's great interpretation. Okay, Strength. Yeah, like that screams vampire, right? Ah, their greatest adversary is their hunger. Like that. I like that. Hermit. A vampire writing in his journal. I like that. It's very Louis. Wheel of Fortune. Look, the write-ups on the cards are very on point. I'm impressed with those. Justice. Okie dokie. Less lawmaker justice and more vengeance and revenge seeking justice. The Hanged Man. Like, this is kind of what I expected. Stuff like this. It's great. I love that card. That's a wonderful card. Yeah, this is the first image we've had of actual, like, somebody being bitten by a vampire. Death card. Rebirth, yes. Change. Some of these images are really cool. Devil. Gives me El Chupacabra vibes. Oh, the tower. That's a fun. This is a tower that's not coming down from the inside. Like, people aren't jumping out from the inside. It's not coming down from a lightning strike. It's being burnt down externally by other people. The Star. What an interesting sun card. That is not what I expect. Pursued by a vampire, a mortal bursts through a window into the light of day. The undead creature claws at his fleeing prey, but the sun burns his unholy flesh and sends him crawling back into the darkness. The sun is a wonderful card to find in your reading. It blesses you in whatever situation you find yourself. Yet, I would say this card doesn't look like a blessing. Like, it's a blessing he got outside and he's alive, but dude's fallen to his death onto broken glass. I mean, the reversed sun says the situation will be less than perfect, but still very good, but I'd say that's more the upright, you know? The Judgment card. Ah, yes. Tables have turned. They've assassinated the Dark Lord. And the World card. Is she the Fool? Is she the girl from the Fool? And then from the Death card, is that the same? Is it meant to be the same one? Very cool. I like that. Okay, so overall, I think this is a very cool deck. I really like it. I'm super looking forward to using it. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. It's less vampire-y than I expected, which feels weird for the Vampire Tarot. There's less blood and fangs. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know. Some of the cards seem like they might not be a vampire, but you know they are because you know it's the Vampire Tarot. Does that make sense? But overall, I think the illustrations are fantastic. They're really, really good. They're really cool. The cardstock is great. I am excited. So, it loses points for having just the biggest fuck off box you've ever seen. It wins points for cool depictions and cool illustrations. It wins points for great cardstock and the fact that when I spread it, it's so smooth. The illustrations feel really crisp. It's nice. I'm going to say this is a 4 out of 5 stars at this point. It really is mainly losing it for the weird oversized box and just some confusion around some of the cards not looking like vampires, but that's about it. Other than that, I think this is really, really cool. I'm excited to use it. If you would like a reading with this one, if you want to book with me, you can always request any deck that you've seen on my channel, if I still have it. I very rarely get rid of them, but if I really don't vibe, then I do. Or you can choose to join the Suburban Witches Society. It's only $30 for the month. You can join for 1 month, you can join for the year. It's $300 for the year, so you get 2 months for free. And you'll get a reading with me every single month on a live call. You can choose any of my tarot or oracle decks for that reading, or we can do an astrology one. It's totally up to you. We have a thriving group chat. We have so many resources. You get access to classes that I haven't released to the public. You get discount codes for up and coming classes that are coming up and coming. And you get a bunch of other like amazing resources, behind the scenes, everything. Definitely worth checking out. I hope to see you there. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time.